Hi, my name is Cathal Craig. I'm the Provincial Coaching and Games Manager for Connacht GAA. So I'm just going to give a short presentation here on an opportunity for your third level placement. So I suppose the background to the project is we started off with a pilot in 2022. So we had two positions across four clubs. That would have been one in a large urban club in Galway, and then three clubs combined together in a rural setting where hours were shared. Second year in 2023, then we had a full rollout of the project with 72 clubs across 43 positions, and then we're just after finishing our second full year, which had 86 clubs with 48 positions. So we're just after finishing at the review of the project, and the recommendations have been passed by the Connacht Coaching and Games Committee. So I suppose a small bit of background is we have 28 full-time GDCs, or so Games Development Coordinators, or participation officers across 5 counties in Connacht, and they're managed by the County Games Manager. So they work across a large number of county-based projects with a large focus on schools coaching, and each cover a region. There's an increased demand from clubs for full-time staff, but we feel that given the majority of Connacht is rural, there isn't enough work for full-time staff. So the maximum time would be 6 months. It's very hard to justify full-time staff. So that's why we came up with an alternative model. And by this, we're not making the best use of our full-time staff by having them in performance schools coaching all the time. So we're going with a blended model here. And really what we're looking at is that we're looking to empower the clubs to drive participation. So this placement, you'll be based either in 1, 2, or 3 clubs in a particular area in Connacht. So what exactly a CDO does, one of the main areas is primary schools coaching. So you're looking at recruiting the players into the clubs, into the nursery, which is your under 4s to under 6s, helping out with the Go Games program, which are under 7s, 9s, and 11s. Organising and running club camps and potentially cool camps, mainly Easter camps for that week the kids are off. Provide extra games opportunities for youth players, like the youth super game centres, athletic development programs for the 13s, 15s, and 17s teams. So this will be done in conjunction with our S&C officer Daniel Ford at the Connacht GAA Centre. He will set up the programs, and you'll be able to implement them in the clubs. Promote all activities through social media platforms, through the club PRO, and ultimately establish and strengthen the club school link, which is a big one for us. So the specifics of the project is with 19-week period starting on the 17th of February to June 28th. It'll be a 36-hour week. So as I said, that'd be either with a large club, you'd be doing 36 hours. If you're with 2 medium-sized clubs, you'd be doing 18 hours with each of them. And if you're with 3 more rural clubs, you'd be doing 12 hours with each of them. So the pay is minimum wage, so it's 457.20 there per week. You'd be employed by Connacht GAA. You're managed by the County Games Manager in conjunction with the regional staff. So depending on the county, we would have between 3 and 6 staff in any of the counties, and you'll be working in conjunction with them on a daily basis. So the CDOs are largely filled by students from third level sports science and coaching related courses, like the one you're currently doing. And the rest of the place will be filled by people nominated from the clubs, but the majority are from the third level sports science courses. So we've had 40 something in each of the last 2 years, so quite a number of places going. So the reporting structure, so all our employees of Connacht GAA managed day to day by the County Games Manager. The club sets up a steering committee, so that's the coaching officer, the chairperson, and the secretary, and they help to set the work programs for the CDO. The steering committee will meet with the regional staff 3 times per week or 3 times per year, January, April and July, and the work schedules are agreed by these steering committees and the regional staff, and then you carry them out. So you will be reporting to the full-time staff, not to the clubs. You'll also have monthly meetings in the province in February, where we do a full training week to get everybody up to speed, and then in April and June we'll have meetings and also some ongoing coach education. You'll have monthly face-to-face meetings with the county staff and the games managers. So I suppose the next couple of slides I'll just tell you what the club, county and provincial responsibilities are in the project to give you a full understanding. The coaching officers, as I said, set up the steering committee. The steering committee attend the education evenings, which was a big success for us last year, so that everyone understands their part in the project. They have to prepare for you, the CDO, going into the club for the 19 weeks. All codes must be promoted within the club. If not, the position will be taken from the club. They have to have a planning document adequately filled out. They have to make 2 payments. So the club will be paying for 70% of the project overall, and the county pays 20% and the province pays 10%. They have to follow policy in terms of coaching and games, so they're doing go games properly, they're doing cool camps properly, and so on. You as the CDO will get 2 sets of gear from the club, and if you're with 2 or 3 clubs, you will get gear from each of the clubs. You'll be provided with equipment from the clubs, and then that the work is promoted through social media. The county's responsibility then is to have the initiative as part of their county business plan, which every county has. The day-to-day management of the employees by coaching and game staff. They must ensure the proper upkeep of the timetable along with yourself as the CDO. Monthly face-to-face meetings with all CDOs, and perform midterm reviews with all clubs. The county pays 20%, engage in the information night for clubs, provide county gear if there's a club on the border of 2 clubs, so that every club is getting a fair crack. And then from a provincial point of view, we're the employer, we pay 10%, we organise the educational evening, we do bi-monthly meetings with ongoing training, we do the recruitment of staff, which we're doing here, recruitment of 3rd level students, and we provide the training week, which is a full week of doing coaching courses and workshops and talks to get everybody ready for going out doing the program. And we'll also, getting you vetted and safeguarded if that needs to be done. Administration of the payroll. And then the next couple of slides, I'll just give an example of what a timetable might look like on a particular week. This is very much dependent, on each club and each position, but this is what it could look like. So this is if you were with a 1 club model in an urban setting. So you can see there, schools coaching 4 days during the week, and then you'd have 1 or 2 evenings where you might have to do a club nursery or club coaching. We give you some hours then for planning and administration. And then Saturdays is generally a big day in the clubs, particularly for the first half of the day, because the clubs do their go games typically on a Saturday morning. So then this would be like what a 2 club model is. So you can see the split there in terms of the color of the red and the blue. So we make sure that clubs, that the CDOs and worked every day of the week. So we try and fit it into a 5-day period. That might go to a 6-day depending on. So if you're doing 5 days or 6 days, you'd be doing less in the evenings. And we understand that a lot of you would be playing sport and stuff, so we try and work around that. And then this will be a 3 club model, so you can see where the hours are shared between the 3 clubs. And then on the week where there is Easter holidays, a lot of clubs typically run Easter camps on that week, which you'll be helping to run. So I suppose the benefits to the club then was to be increased club members. So one of the roles of CDO would be to get players from the club, from the school into the club, increase revenue through the extra camps, decrease the workload on the volunteers, increase participation levels, establish and strengthen the club school link, increase exposure through the social media postings, and decrease injuries through appropriate athletic development programs at youth level. So the timeline of where we're currently at. So the project finished in 2024 on the 28th of June. We're currently just conducted a review and implemented the findings. We're sending out the expressions of interest form and project recording to the clubs this week. Clubs have to submit expressions of interest by the 1st of October. Then they have to make their first payment by the 21st of October. And then on the 18th of October, we'll start our interviews for the third level placements. And October 25th, then anyone who's nominated by the clubs, we will interview them at that point. The placement starts on the 17th of February and finishes on the 28th of June. So what I'd ask you to do is to, if you're interested in taking part in the project, we will be sending your CV cover letter to Cathal Craig and Oran Hester. All the details are on the other attachment. And also, if you're wondering what other CDOs thought of the project, there's an attachment on the email there that gives a breakdown of the review of what all the CDOs said from last year. So thanks very much for your time.